So today we're going to talk about Yoru and why Yoru will never be that good. Now, I'm specifically focusing on the pro side of things here, but I am also kind of talking about ranked and what a, ranked meta would look like, right? That Yoru, in his current state, at least without a kind of major change, and a major change to one specific ability, I don't think that Yoru would ever even be, meta in ranked either, right? Unless the gate crash in particular changed in some kind of, meaningful way. And let me explain why that is. And to even explain this, we're going to go to perhaps, one of the best Yoru performances that we had seen, which is from Paper Rex at Copenhagen against Fnatic, right? A game where everyone came out of it going, oh, isn't Yoru good? Oh, look, Yoru can win at the pro level. And I'm actually going to use this to highlight reasons why Yoru can't have sustainable success at this kind of level, or, just becoming really meta in general, right? So let's take a look at this round here. It's round 18, Paper X up against Fnatic, and what's going to happen here, as we will see, is we've got the first part of this, really, which is all of the different lineups that Forsaken is going to use here on the Yoru. So we see you've got the fake Yoru clone coming down here, right? That's actually going to manage to hit the teleporter. We've had one lineup to come over here, and then he's going to send out the second gate crash for a second lineup as well, okay? And you see that that's going to come over towards the back site, right? So this is kind of number one reason why Yoru, I don't think, will ever be super good, is that you have to put quite a bit of work into Yoru, right? Now, that's not to say that this is automatically disqualifying, and there's plenty of other agents that you need to know, many different lineups from, but basically it's, is the payoff worth it, is kind of the thing, right? Where Yoru, you do have to put a lot of work into, right? You think of agents like Jet, maybe you need to know where to cloudburst and dash into on each site. And that's honestly probably about it for Jet. Maybe you need to know a couple updraft, double updraft locations, for like jet knives and whatnot. Other than that, probably don't need to know too much else. You probably don't need to work on, actual, oh, what can we do with Jet? It's just kind of, done for you. But the second part of this is what's going to happen next. Because Forsaken's going to ult, and he's going to use that gate crash and come deep into Fnatic's spawn, okay? But what's going to happen as we do that is keep your eye on Boaster here, okay? So Boaster playing Astra, he's currently in CT, and obviously he can see that the Yoru is within his line of sight right now. And so what's going to happen is he's going to follow Forsaken here. And he's going to follow him, and eventually what's going to happen is Forsaken's going to come out of his ult just there. You see that Boaster's just here. I think he was just placing down some Astra stars. And then he comes out, and just before Forsaken swings, he manages to get the first kill, and then Fnatic will go on to win this round. And you might be thinking, wow, Boaster is such a genius. Wow, oh my god, what a big brain to know what they were going to do in that scenario. Isn't that amazing? But actually, Boaster, knew they were going to do this from one very basic, simple thing. Is that they'd done it before. Because let's come and take a look at, Paper X versus Team Secret, which was the qualification game for Copenhagen. So, this is just before Copenhagen is kind of, getting underway. This is one of the few games before that. And here we go. We got Yoru again here on bind, and what's going to happen is, Forsaken's going to, do the same thing. He's going to ult, and let's watch him, shall we? Because he's going to go exactly where he went before, right? And actually what's going to happen here is he's actually going to come up behind the other Yoru and come out of his ult just there. You see we get a flash. Not the cleanest kill that Forsaken will ever get, but they managed to get that first kill, right? And so this isn't Boaster necessarily, being some big brain and like predicting what they were going to do. He'd just seen it before. He just watched this game and seen it happen before. And this is why Yoru can be a good surprise pick and surprise your opponent if they've not seen it before. But at a sustained level, right, this kind of thing will happen where, oh, I've seen this before. I know where they're going. I know exactly where that Yoru's going to be. This is a free kill, essentially, and now you're just in a 45. And because it's Yoru, and because often we know what will happen is these gate crashes are going, deep into a site, right? They're getting into, like, really deep areas. It means that there isn't any trade available, right? There isn't anything else. There isn't anyone else there for their team to, make that a trade of a kill. No, it's just a free kill if you know where that Yoru is going to be. And it's actually happened again in this Paper Rex Fnatic game, as we will see here in round number 20, where Boaster is going to predict exactly what is about to happen, and gets a free kill for it, right? So this is round number 20, and what's going to happen is Paper Rex, they're going to come towards this B site, they come and take early showers control, we're going to get a gate crash, come in deep towards the A site just over here, and you're going to see that they're going to do a fade ult across the site there, and then put in these deeper brim smokes, and there's the Yoru gate crash, right? So we've got these deeper brim smokes here, we've got this fade ult, and this is another reason that you could say that it's kind of against Yoru, right? Another reason why, you know, a lot of teams wouldn't go for Yoru is because you have to really build everything around the Yoru, right? Where you kind of have to play Breach. I think that's kind of become a somewhat accepted thing that for most Yoru comps on most maps, you're probably going to have to play Breach alongside the Yoru. You know, we're having to do these weird different smokes that might leave us vulnerable to other certain positions, right? You know, someone could come swinging out of here as we're trying to, you know, get deeper into the site, all of that kind of stuff, because we're just trying to always facilitate Forsaken here on this Yoru. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it does mean that, you know, if things go wrong, and what you're going to see here is as Forsaken comes in and he's going to take this TP, they get a really nice flash off, but actually Boaster is going to manage to get this kill before Forsaken can manage to kill Durka here on Raze. So Boaster, again, predicts where that Yoru is going to be. But again, Boaster had seen this before, right? Because we come to round number 4 here of Paper X versus Team Secret, and guess what is going to happen, right? We're going to get the same Yoru gate crash you'll see in just a second. Not this first one, but the second one that comes in. They come and take early showers control nicely by Paper Rex. They're going to send in this gate crash down here. They're going to put in the same brim smokes, right? The deeper brim smokes down here. They send in a breach stun, fade horn. Really, really nice exec, I should say, from Paper Rex here. Really, really good stuff. And, you know, Team Secret had no idea what was going on, and they get revealed. Forsaken manages to get 2 kills, and they eventually, you know, will win this round, and we can just watch it play out if we want. But whilst this is playing out, this, I think, is the problem with Yoru, right? That we've seen now in 2 instances, Boaster was basically just able to predict exactly what was going to happen, right? Exactly what was going to happen. Boaster was able to go, yeah, I know where this Yoru is going to be because I've seen it before, because I've seen this Yoru go to this exact spot before and get a couple free kills. Because that Yoru is so far ahead of the rest of the team, you know, that causes them problems as well. And so I think, you know, for Yoru, unless the gate crash, because it is the gate crash that is, I think, somewhat the problem there, where it's so strict, it's so, you know, kind of limited, it's so kind of, you know, you have to be in the right spot. There's probably only so many good positions for it to be anyway, right? It's just going to cause you quite some problems. And at the pro level, where they are going to watch your VODs, you know, they're going to know what's going on. You know, it can cause you some problems where, you know, you will get anti-stratted and whatnot, and people are ready for it. As we see Benkai in the 1v1 here, he's going to manage to just about win it out. But that is going to be the problem for Yoru, I think, you know, long term. That sure, maybe for 1 game, maybe even 2 games, Yoru can be a nice surprise pick that, you know, gets value and is good in certain situations. But long term, Yoru can never really be meta, because you're going to figure it out. And even taking this to ranked, let's take it away from pro play, right? Even take it to ranked. Imagine if Yoru was fully meta on a map. If, you know, it was known that Yoru is a very strong pick on a map and he often gets picked. There's probably only going to be so many gate crash positions, right? And so even you in ranked games, you know, once you start getting up the ranks, will start learning those positions and where the Yoru is likely to gate crash into, right? So even if we take this to a ranked perspective, Yoru almost is going to struggle to be meta there, because people are going to figure out where that Yoru is gate crashing from. And because Yoru does need, you know, outside support and things like that from teammates, and obviously that's going to be reduced in ranked, Yoru essentially will never be meta in pro play, you know, for a long period of time, and probably never be meta in ranked play either because of the limitations. So that, I think, is just a big, big problem with Yoru. And unless the gate crash changes to be, you know, more flexible in some kind of way, right? Not as strict with exactly where you have to be and you have to do all these lineups, and it's, you know, very difficult, like, to know what to do on every single map, right? Like, unless that kind of changes with the gate crash, I don't think we'll be seeing Yoru be meta really ever, which is kind of sad.